Flosstube, it's Kerry and Stitches. It's Friday the 3rd of July and this is Flosstube 75. Hello and welcome. I hope you've all had a good stitchy fortnight. Thank you for all the lovely comments on my last couple of videos. Big welcome if you are new here. As you may or may not have seen, I did an interview with Becca of Flosstitches, which was loads of fun to do, and got to think about some of my favourite cross stitches and stuff that had happened this year, and it was just a really fun time. And if you haven't seen the interview and that's not how you found me, tell me how you found me if you're new. Curious. So the link to my interview, if you haven't seen it, is in the drop down box, so go over and have a look. And welcome if that's why you're here. I'm really pleased that you decided that after the interview that you did want to come and visit my channel. So and welcome back if you've been here before, you know, old friends and all that now. Completely lost my train of thought. It's been a fairly normal couple of weeks. I did my longest day marathon. That wasn't normal, but you saw the video to that. Still having a mixture of working from home. My eldest is still doing a couple of hours a week in school. Youngest is still off. Who knows what September will bring. What else? Did venture into town this week. That was interesting. The shops were really well done. Town was really busy though. That is kind of like normal busy, and I didn't like that. But the shops were quite empty, and we didn't queue for any shop, and no shop felt like it was nearly at capacity, so that was good. Yeah, we only did sort of 6 shops, and I got my watch fixed and went and made sure we made a list and went and got a few odds and ends, and really thought about the shops I wanted to go into. Yeah, so I don't think anything else interesting's happened. Oh, I watched the Battle of the Brits tennis last week. Oh, so good to watch some tennis, even if it was behind closed doors and not a real tournament. But it was really good to watch some tennis, which inspired me to do a Wimbledon themed challenge week for Daily 30, which was fun. I do love my tennis. I miss Wimbledon. So I haven't got any coffee in it, but I have my Wimbledon mug. It's kind of like, I will be using this for the next 6 weeks. What should have been the grass court season. So anytime I make myself a drink, it's that mug. And then I put it away, making sure at the front and things like, you know, just to encourage people. Yeah, so that's where we're at. So we might as well just jump straight into the stitching. As you saw everything last week, I can't recall if there is anything that I've pulled what I've worked on this week alone, because everything had an update last week. So let's start with the Alice cell. Oh, what do you call it? Zipped thread into the bag. I love my bag made by Stitchy Shannon, who is making some phenomenal Tula Pink stuff at the moment. So there we go with Alice. I did finish the White Rabbit. I'm really fighting this at every step. I really am. So this is the year-long cross-stitcher cell by Amanda Butler for Cross Stitch magazine. And I'm kind of setting myself now to do 1 this month because it's Jolly July, and then a couple every month, and hopefully it'll be done for Christmas. I'm down to 4 whips prior to 2020 now. Happy about that. Next up we have 18 count parchment Aida from Zweigart, which is the call for, but the call for was 14, not 18, you know. So I just swapped the beads to petites and all that. We have the summer cell from Cross Stitcher magazine. This is the summer cell. This is just a 3-part one. I went and pulled some green sparkly Aida, and you can see sparkles, rather than the horrible stuff that they give you. I had started it previous on there, and I restarted it because Heather had the genius idea of doing a variegated thread border. So I love this. This is really cute. I like that they're just doing like a 3-week stitch along, a 3-month stitch along or something like that. It's really, yeah, I really like that. So the thread I'm using for the border, I think it's a Jodery, and I've mislaid, there's the tag on there. No. I found the tag on the floor this morning and I put it somewhere to put back. Ah, there it is. Ooh. Attractive thing there. It is. It's Summer Sunset by Jodery. There we go. Which is lovely. And there we go. A lot can go in there. The next part drops on the 15th. Well, not drops. Next magazine's due out on the 15th. So theoretically, it should be done by the time you see me next. So 2nd, 9th, maybe. I don't know. Might be done. Might not be done. We don't know. We'll see. I stitched most that. I think I got that all that done in 2 days. Jobs are good. I know I stitched all of the second part in a day or over a weekend. I don't remember. I think I did that last Sunday. Elizabeth Shephard. There we go. Ooh, it's by the Scarlet Letter. She's a reproduction sampler from 1820. Yes, sampler, Heather, sampler. She was gifted to me by my friend Jo, who is Serendipitous Stitching. This is on 28 count white, I assume. There we go. And I'm going to hold it up the right way. There we go. That's where we're at with that. So that is page 1 finished, which is the biggest of the pages. A page. Yeah, they've all got the overlap on the chart for the rest of them is about 10 blocks, so 10 to 12 blocks, so it's actually quite a big chunk that I don't have to stitch on. The pages getting smaller, which is good. Yeah, and the last thing I've stitched this week is the Lindy Stitches Sal for Representation Matters and Diversity and Inclusion. I think that's right. I will look them up and have them along the screen. And make a note to myself. Thanks for Lindy. And about 7 minutes. Always useful. So I am stitching this on. Oh, did I say about this summer sun? 14 count something sparkly. Not the call for. Not the fabric that came. So this is a piece of, I think it's 28 count from Polstitches. It was in a grab bag. It was this big. I've had it for about 2 years and it's perfect. So that was part 1. So I stitched her up one evening. Her dress isn't everything's called for except for the dress, which is, instead of being at the 210, I just went with Aster from Blue Aster from Zweigart. And I did order kudzu because I think she's riding a dinosaur. I don't know if that's one of the guesses, I have no idea, but yeah, having seen part 2 that's come out, my guess is riding a dinosaur. Excuse me, I've had fizzy water, probably shouldn't. So yeah, part 2's here and it's in my new bendy flip, so which is the fabric quite well, and the purple, very nice. So yeah, there's my 2 parts. So I'm hoping to keep up with that, so theoretically this could be a finish when you see me next time. Yeah, so part 2's dropped, next one will come out next week. Super duper, we like that. We could do with a finish for July, because, so yeah, I should have 2 finishes in July. Maybe some duck frost tree farms too. Giving away some plans there. Oh. What else? So that's 4 whips. Do plans. Sal, not the Alice Sal. Well, I think I need to try and I need to get that 3rd block done, which is Alice drinking, I think. I can't remember. So yeah, I need to do another block on that. It's not my favourite thing to stitch. I don't know why. I don't know why. Anyway, so as it's Jolly July, I'm hoping to get some work done on some of my Jack Frosts, because I only done part 1 and I started it last May, I think. Not for Mania, but I think I just started it last May. So that is what I'm stitching on currently. Last week I did all the border, so at least I want to do over the weekend is stitch the car. I reckon I can get that done. It's not massive. So, and then hopefully I'd like to have this one done as well, which is number 3, Family Fun, ready for next time. That's my plan. maybe even part 4 of the balsam fir, which is the other truck. It's unlikely. But I am stitching it in the called for, with the called for, which is a 30 count portobello by Access Commodities. I don't really like it. It's just a bit, I don't know. Yes, so that's that. And I also need to do Lottie's teacher cards, even though she's not been at school for half the year. But I always stitch the teacher cards, and Lottie's picked out 3, a cross stitch cover kit. There's Woodland Friends tags, and we did actually pick up, which I put away, some brown craft cards. So my theory is we'll mount the stitching on the tags and then put the tags on the craft card. And I've got punches. I've got a couple of small punches, so maybe I'll just kind of punch out some flowers or something on the bottom. I don't know, butterflies, Christmas tree, I don't know, we'll see. So as I said, I ventured into town and I picked up a few things. We were killing time and we popped into the charity shop and I found this, which is to find stitching is a miracle in itself. They're just key rings things, but it was £1.50. I wasn't going to leave 12 keyring blanks and 13 pieces of white Aida. I mean, white, yeah, white. 18 count Aida, I guess. But if nothing else, they're fine for little ornament cuts. I can practice dyeing stuff on them, practice my dyeing and things. So I figured it's worth a punt, even if I give half of the stuff away. It's definitely worth it. What else did I have? So we did that. They also had buttons, so I picked up a bag of buttons. It was 2 bags of buttons, but I put them all into one. And I bought some finishing stuff. Let's put that over there. What else has come through the door this week? Quite a lot is the answer. Actually, quite a bit's come through the printer too. I ordered directly, needed needles, and I ordered directly from John James. They're actually local to me. They're about 30 minutes from me, in the same county. So they're in Worcestershire, and I ordered 2 packets of size 26 needles. I got free shipping and a 10% discount and managed to get 50 needles for less than a £5. So the only thing they don't do is the 28 petites in bulk, because I know a lot of you like those and they don't. But I'm going to put the link down below. I ordered them on the Tuesday and they were here on the Thursday, so you can't fault service like that. Yeah, so because I put them in a needle holder, a little needle case anyway, so the fact I don't need them in the packets, and that's a really nice way of doing it. And I definitely order again. What else have we had? I ordered some threads to try. I'm trying to kit up Coffee Drinker's Confession by Heartstrings Amplary. I've had the charter year. I put fabric with it in January, and it's the kind of thing that keeps me in my back. I'm going, really want to start that. Really want to start that. Excuse me, for fizzy water. So slowly gathering the threads. I think I've got 4 now, because everything's out of stock everywhere. Frustrating. Well, sorry, gas is out of stock. So yeah, I want dark chocolate, caramel corn, ruby slipper. So if anybody's got any suggestions where to order from, I've got a couple more coming from but these are from Peakside. I've ordered from Patchwork Rabbit and Lakeside. Lakeside haven't got any of them, or they had one and I wasn't going to order one thread. That was ridiculous. Where else? I'm trying to think now. If anybody's got any other suggestions where I can try in the UK that sell gassed, would be much greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. And don't have ridiculous shipping, because I'm not paying £2 for a thread and then having to pay £3.50 for shipping. No, sorry, no. What else did I order? So yeah, so I've got some a bendy flip as well. I've got things going from Peakside. I've got that Patchwork Rabbit. What else have I got coming this week? Oh, I ordered a grab bag of fabric from Sparklies as well. So look, oh, Peakside. Luminous Fibre Arts, Raven's Reply. I've loved this. I don't really stitch much Halloweeny stuff, but I really like the kind of Nevermore kind of things. I don't know why. I really like this one. I keep thinking about the Lila Studio one. it's kind of, I've seen it a few times again recently, you know, it kind of reignites something, so maybe. And the other chart I got this week was the Stone Street Stitchworks Martin Luther King sampler. I did some research and found a charity in the UK that I wanted to donate to. So I think this is still available, I'm not sure. So basically you paid a very nominal amount to Stone Street Stitchworks and then donated to a charity of your choice. So that's what I did. I kind of want to go blue-grey. Don't know why, I'm kind of feeling blue-greys on it. I saw somebody else had done a similar one and it was beautiful. So that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I really love that. I think it's beautiful. Stone Street Stitchworks stuff's really nice anyway, so I got that and downloaded it. Because at the end of the day, Black lives still matter, and the issue will just not go away because it's not trending anymore, or people have gotten bored. It's not going to go away, and I will continue to keep educating myself and just trying to improve who I am to be, let's face it, a better person. I didn't think I was too bad, but you know, education often reveals a lot about yourself, and it certainly has for me. So I'm having talks with people, and pleased to be supporting things as well. So yeah, I had some Stitch Your Kindness in the post. I had some DMC as a thank you for sending somebody some buttons, so thank you, Christina. I won a giveaway on Becca Sunbury Stitches Flosstube, and I got this chart, which is Stitches by Sherry, and it's a hand-drawn chart, which I haven't seen in a long time, 1996, but I think it's really, really pretty, and it's kind of feeds into my desire to stitch seasonally, but I'm very poor on the execution, so I think it's a really sweet little chart, so really pleased about winning that. And she sent me a really cute card too. What else? I'm looking around thinking there must be more, and whilst I'm covering over my list, which isn't very helpful. Okay. Done all that. Oh, I downloaded Pandemic too. I know what I want to stitch. I'm kind of feeling a bluey, tealy, purpley kind of Silk Sleeves hank, and it's not on the budget at the moment, and their stocks aren't great, just because they're having trouble with their suppliers. So because of the pandemic, and kind of that's what I want to do, and I'm just kind of mulling through some ideas at the moment for that. Stitch Your Kindness pizza, yeah, all that. I think we're done. Stitch from Stash is finished for the half of the year. I finished in the black, £127 up. Usually what I like to do is just to see how my spending, if I didn't have like credits which don't actually mean anything, just the motivation for me. And yeah, a bit of I did spend more this year than I have. Normally I can finish in the black and in the black without credits, and I didn't this year, but that's fine. I still finished technically in the black, so that's fine. So I'll yeah, next year I'll carry on, because I don't necessarily need to do it, because as I said, I've never not finished in the black in the 3.5 years I've been doing it, and for me it's the challenge. It really does motivate me. If you don't know what this is, Stitch from Stash is a cross stitch. Is a group on Facebook run by Stephanie Kind, and with assistance from Dawn Frosty X Stitch, and you have a £25 or you have a $25 budget. I have £20 because that's roughly what it what do you call it's at. I think I keep want to say translates, but that's not the word. The exchange rate currency conversion is. So I don't do too badly, but it really does motivate me for finishes. So I think that's the main, in my eyes, that's the main thing for me to do. It motivates me to finish stuff, which I really like to do. So because I am a what is it? Process stitcher, or if you just like the stitching, what's the other one? Because I'm that one. I I like having finished things, even if I do have a box and don't do anything with it. We need an FFO weekend. Michelle, we need an FFO weekend. Right. Shout outs and giveaways. Chantel won the fairy chart from 2 weeks ago, and I've already got her address, and that's ready to go. My pile of post. I'm waiting for one address, and one address, and then I can go to the post office. Yay for the post office. Because I keep putting it off because I keep waiting for things, and this is this week's giveaway. Don't say giveaway. Be over 18. Do all the stuff. Just tell me you want to win the chart book. That'll be fine. Leonie, you won this. Stitching Nonny. If you can, Noni. If you can, send me your address. I saw you like the comments, so send me your address and I will get back to you, or I'll message you on Messenger or something. Yeah, so that's the winner from my stash dive. Was the bookmark kit. Oh, slightly battered. It'll be more battered by the time it reaches Australia, I'm sure. And the only other thing, Lottie and I did some beading. So we got a little cat, red and kind of black and purpley cat one. Not very good light. Some silver and purple. Ooh. Red, white and blue. There we go. And a bee themed one with little bee charms in it. Bees and flowers in there. I think see let's turn the charm, there we go. It's got little bee charms in. I don't think it's showing up. Oh, there we go, bee charms in it. So that's what Lottie and I were doing late this morning. And then Lottie made a couple of as well, which are really pretty. She's got really good eyes. And our lot. Shout outs. Oh, Nanny's got a Flosstube channel. If you're not watching it, I'll link it below. Blue Flower. Janine's doing Flosstube, and she just short ones. It's really nice to see what designers want to stitch when they're not stitching and designing their own stuff. So it's that's quite interesting to see for me. Yeah, so I think that's the only one this week. Can't think of anybody else. I've been watching Flosstube. Holly the Forensic Flosser's back. It's really nice to see. I've watched a couple of her latest Flosstubes. That's been really nice. I'm going to add her to my... Yeah, so that's my notes. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it for today. I'll be back next week. I haven't decided what I'm doing next week's video. If you are new here, I do a fortnightly update, and then I do, on the week I'm not doing my update, I do a special edition of some description. I have a list. I haven't got my stitching journal in here. So I've got a black work, focus on black work, and focus on some designers, focus on some somebody who wanted to have a good look in my fabric box. I'm going to apologise to Nadine now, because I'm sure, because I know she sits there and makes a list when she sees the Sparklies stuff. So I'm going to go through the fabric box again and have a look and just see what else is in there. And I'm going to do a... I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a go. I did all those ornaments in Mania, and now I have to FFO them. And I have a box of stuff. I like to collect bits and pieces for FFOing, as you saw from when I picked up some trims and buttons. So we might do, if it'll work, I'm going to get everything out and we'll just see if we can match some stuff up. I don't know if it'll work, but maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll just have a look and see what we can do with that. So we'll see what we've got. So lots of really, so hopefully some interesting things coming up for you, and don't forget to check out Becca's interview with me if you haven't seen it. Everything will be linked below as normal. So thank you very much for watching and subscribing and doing all the things, and have a great stitchy fortnight, friends. Happy stitching.